Hey, 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 magnificent souls. You are about to spend a minute or two with me, Jen Drakes, on this terrific Tuesday. And I hope everyone is doing well. The sun is shining, and I certainly know I'm loving it. So, this is my time of the year starting to kick off. So, I'm going to be in even higher energy than I usually am. And today, what I want to bring to you and discuss is about something so precious to us, so phenomenal, is our voice. And for me, that believe my innate gifts are speaking, writing, and influencing. And so my voice is a huge part of those gifts. And I am here to talk about not just my voice, everybody's voice. And I wrote a poem about it called My Voice is Powerful. And over the next week or so, maybe even 3 weeks, because there's 8 verses in the poem, I will be speaking to each of the verses to give insight into all the things that that poem resonates. And so today I start off with the first verse, which takes us back. And I believe that if you are a parent, this is going to resonate with you because when we have, and you'll see, as I say, the first verse, and it's not a massive verse; it's a starting out verse, but it takes us back to a time when our voice mattered because we didn't have words. So the poem is called My Voice is Powerful, and we are here with verse 1. From a babe, small and meek, my voice told mama what I seek. My voice is powerful. And for any of you out there who are sitting and nurturing newborns, these small, precious bundles of joy, and you are a parent, I know, and I still to this day remember, and my kids are now grown, and I remember the sleepless nights, sleep deprived, being awakened. And in those moments, honoring that voice becomes a very hard thing to do. But I'm here to tell you, take a breather, hold your babe real close, and honor the voice. Because as small as they are, and as beautiful and precious and fragile as they are, the only way they can communicate is through their voice. And what is amazing as we start to remember these things and really look at these things, we start to realize there was a power, an absolute empowerment in that capability to speak and communicate through cries. And I certainly know as a parent, I struggled with it because I'll give you a nugget of where the this bundle of joy has been bathed, have been clothed, has fresh diapers on, has been fed, and is still crying. And you believe have been burped because you've been taught after you feed them, burp them. And they're still crying. And as a new parent, especially, this being if it's your first child, you feel kind of lost. You feel kind of hopeless. And you're going, what haven't I done that I should have done? How can I soothe this precious child? How can I soothe them? Why aren't they not settled? Why aren't they sleeping? Why are they still crying? And in those moments, you feel so lost and you feel so inept. And you can land on frustration. You can land on the negative side of things and just feel like I can't what I don't know what to do. But if you stay a moment and honor the voice and realize that through lack of words, that voice is telling you something, to pay attention to something, then I think we bring a different perspective to that whole nurturing experience. And we can relax and appreciate something that probably would have passed us by. So this verse really gives homage and honoring to that. And because before we had words, we had the voice. And when infants, we didn't question if our cries, as infants and ourselves doing the crying, we actually didn't question if our cries were too loud, too much, too inconvenient. We simply expressed. And more so, we trusted that someone would respond. And invariably, many did. Because if mama couldn't solve it, papa could solve it, grandmama could solve it, grandpapa could solve it, and maybe even sibling could. And so response came. And when you think of yourself as that babe doing the crying, think of the level of trust that was there, that was unquestioned. It just was, as was our voice. And somewhere along the way, many of us lost that trust. We quieted ourselves to be liked, to stay safe, to avoid shame. And yet the truth still remains. Your voice is powerful, and it always has been. And I'm here to tell you it's time to use it again. It is time to use your voice again, to reclaim. Because when did you first learn to quiet your voice to be accepted? This is your soul reflection prompt. When did you first learn to quiet your voice to be accepted? And when you think about that, and you try to recall that memory or try to recall the circumstances that made that occur, and you start to think about how long ago that might have been, also consider, what did it cost you? What did it cost you? I remember a teacher hushing me or telling me to be quiet. And I was brought up in a time where children were meant to be seen, not heard. So this quieting of the voice was reinforced in the cultural expectations. And what's important to remember, society doesn't give us our voice. We came with it. It's not something you earn through achievement. It's not validated by age, experience, or education. You were born with a voice that matters. And even if you are in the group where you were muted, you learned still to communicate. And we honor all of that. And so this verb, which I will say again, comes in at a time to remind you to go back and praise that child, that babe, that bundle of joy that you were. And how the only expression available to you was your wiggling, your little hand movements, your eye expressions, your smile, and most important of all, your voice. And even as you were that bundle of joy crying, was your communication. And it's proof that we deserve to be heard. No language needed, no words needed, just truth in sound. And so this verb, the verse of this poem, honors that that we are born worthy of expression. So once again, I say the verb from the poem My Voice is Powerful, verse 1. From a babe, small and meek, my voice told mama what I seek. My voice is powerful. And I would urge you in the description link to go and explore Reboot, because Reboot is the space where we reclaim your voice, where you emerge empowered to speak your truth. Until next time.